Hello, and welcome to the very first ever Trash Adajcent podcast. My name is Zach.
My name is Cody.
And we are two best friends just doing something we've thought about doing for the past 2, 3, 4 years now?
Yeah, just about. Finally got the time to sit down, enjoy ourselves, and just pretty much talk about the crazy bullshit we have experienced in this lifetime.
Man, you ain't wrong with that. I will gotta start saying this is our first episode together, technically. I mean, we did do that one episode for class while I was in college.
That was true.
Yeah?
And that was pretty intense. I'm not very much of a morning person, but I had to be for that time. And I think I was slightly hungover too, so those lights were not my friend.
Dude, I don't know what it was with them hanging up those, or at least turning on those lights.
Yeah, they were just so hot.
And it was December.
Yeah, I know. The worst part was I was going to be like, breaking news, here's my McChicken biscuit.
Look, it was mid-December. That was technically my final. And, for my final, they were like, hey, bring someone in and just record a podcast episode. It's never going to go out. It's just going to go straight for the school stuff. And, I mean, me and my teacher edited a lot out of hello? It's not your turn yet, Daphne. Oh, you have to pull up on the door handle. Is it pull up on the whole door? Just to get, that should be fine.
I think she's fine. Yeah, breaking and entering, but does that count as a dog?
Yes.
And after last night with her, that was
Yeah,
such
you
a
want to
shit
tell
show.
them what happened last night?
Yes. So, you're sitting there by your lonesome on the front porch. The dog decides to bust out the front door, just squeezes her way out, not thinking it's going to be an issue at all. I'm just sitting there hanging out after work. And then comes the time to get her in. Well, when you call her and she just gives you that kind of like look in her eyes,
Yeah.
you can see that glaze where it's like, I ain't going fucking nowhere. I'm like, shit. Like, honestly, I think I need to get a lasso. I need to learn how to lasso.
Just out of here, like
Yeah.
a bull ride, trying to 10 seconds, I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna hog tie that dog up real quick.
Yeah, but like, you yeed your last haw.
She's gonna end up yeeing her last haul out there one of these days.
The worst part was, I got her almost right to the door, bacon strip in hand. It's just like, I'm hiding behind the door, like, I'm like playing hide and go seek with her. She gets all the way in, halfway in, I'm about to like pull her in. Fred tackles into her and runs out the door. Now both dogs are out. It's absolute chaos. Cat doesn't know what to do. Garth is just sitting there, just staring, like, and then looks at me like, "Hey, both the dogs are out." I'm like, "No shit, Garth. Like, can you like help?"
Thanks for the info, bud.
Yeah, like, can you like corral up the animals somehow? But of course, Fred takes off down the road. She goes into the neighbor's yard. I don't know. I just kind of sit there and kind of reflect on myself because I'm like, okay, I need to find these damn animals by sunset.
Oh, by sunset, huh?
I don't know. Or, sunrise. It was long day yesterday.
Trust me, man. With the fair going on right now, it's a long day for all of us. I do enjoy fucking with the cops coming home every day because they love just standing in the way.
Oh, yeah.
I'm all about hitting a cop right now. And that's going to sound bad, and please don't take that out of context. I like cops. They're cool. Some of them actually do their job right. But when you're standing in the middle of the road, and I'm trying to go home after working all afternoon, just move out of my way. Just do us both a favor and just move.
Yeah, because, you get that instant urge, like, to drive off into a ditch regardless.
Yes.
So, like,
Yes, and it's all because of this fucking traffic. Like,
what did Jamie Kennedy say? Traffic.
Looking for chapstick. Oh my lord, there's a Ford Maverick.
Yep, there it is. I was like,
okay, what was the next line? Ford Maverick.
Yeah, line.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God. That was such a great movie.
That was honestly one of the really underrated movies. That was kind of like, honestly, a forgotten about movie.
Oh,
in
yeah.
my opinion.
Oh yeah, I mean the whole scene of him going to the rap battle
Yeah.
or going into the grocery store, the convenience store.
Just, it's honestly like just dumb humor,
Mm-hmm.
and it still can get you going. Honestly, like,
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
100%.
I laugh at the dumbest shit, like kids falling down. That's hilarious.
I can watch kids falling down all day long.
Yeah, top 5.
Dude, top 5 all day.
Top 5 all day, because I mean, just it's, I don't know if it's just that pathetic whatever they hit, and then they look at you like they're like, should I freak out? Should I freak out? But then they don't, because then they're like, but then you're like, oh my god, are you okay? And then yeah, then they start crying, and I'm like, oh. So you gotta look at them like, get up, it'll be alright.
Yeah.
Like, my mom would probably call me a little bitch if I didn't get up. Like,
My mom always looked at me and said, "Are you bleeding? All right, you're fine."
mm-hmm.
Like if I wasn't bleeding, it's not that big of a deal. I always try to make sure I bled, so gotta get that love and affection somehow.
Yeah, right. One time I actually broke my arm in a bicycle wreck because I went to go catch myself, and I hit my arm, hit the palm of my hand so hard that it shattered my like complete elbow.
You gotta love it.
Yeah,
Love it.
and so I was so nervous that my mom was gonna be so mad that I broke my elbow that I walked over wincing in pain to my friend Travis's apartment. And I'm like laying in there like his bed. I'm like, I don't know what to do. My arm hurts so bad. And he's like, Mom heard me. I was just like, I'm calling your mom. And I'm like, no, don't do it. So my mom's like, where are you? I'm like, I'm over at Travis's. And she was like, what did you break your arm? I was like, I don't know.
Right.
And I was just so upset like that I broke my arm, because I managed to break something every single year. Pardon me. I managed to break something every single year for Memorial Day weekend, like literally 3 years in a row.
Right.
And then I managed to not break something. Well, because I was so upset, because I was like, oh my god, it was like literally a week before Memorial Day weekend. And I was like, oh my god, I'm an idiot. I'm like, my mom's gonna kill me. And I ended up having to have surgery on it on her birthday.
Yeah.
Felt like the worst son ever, honestly. You know, and then you get pins and all kinds of stuff. I broke this arm twice. Yeah.
I've broken one bone.
I've broken a lot of stuff. And the doctor's broken a lot of stuff inside me too. Giggity. You know, that anesthesia.
Oh yeah.
Put you under.
Yeah. Now see, that's what surprises me. Like, is as much as I've like fallen down and I've hurt myself, is I've broken one bone in my entire life. Don't know how I managed to do it either. Ironically, on Memorial Day.
Mm-hmm. It's a good day to break bones. Honestly.
Apparently.
I mean, like, you're just breaking bones for America.
Yeah.
Like, hell yeah.
Yeah. No, I broke the tiniest bone on the inside of my left elbow.
That's talent. I mean,
it really is. Ironically, falling off a bike.
You know, those darndest things.
Kids falling off of bikes, man.
Dude, I shut my finger in a car door and broke it. My pointer finger. That was probably the most painful injury I had.
See, I used to do something stupid. I don't know if it was
You used
stupid.
to do something stupid.
Okay, I still do something stupid, but this was pretty dumb for a kid. You remember the cars that had the retracting seat belts? They were powered. You know, the whee seat belt. Yeah.
Yes.
So my mom had. I want to say it for a fact it was a Saturn, and it was like,
good.
yeah, hell yeah, and she picked me. It was dark. I know for a fact it was dark. At least I remember it being dark. And she picked me up from daycare or like preschool or something, and it was dark. That's all I remember, it being dark. And no matter what, when I'd get in the car, I'd stick my finger in the track and like play a little daredevil with the seatbelt.
What's up with you just sticking fingers into stuffing? That's the story of your life.
I swear to God, stick my finger into everything apparently. But I'd stick it in there and like pull it out before it got to my finger. Well, I'd stuck it in there, and my mom like said something to me, and I turned to look at her. And I just left my finger in there, and it's just wee, 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 Whee! I'm just like, my finger.
Oh man, that's so funny. You're just sticking your finger where it doesn't belong. The Zachary McClure story. Like,
Hey, that's a documentary right there.
yeah,
I tell
that's
you
right. Like, shout out to Morgan Freeman. Like, try to.
what. Give me the voiceover.
Yeah. Like,
Come on, God.
Yeah, Zachary McClure stuck his finger in the seatbelt. Hot out today. Hot out yesterday.
Oh, jeez. That episode of Family Guy's good.
Honestly, there's so many good, like, you can sit down and
You can
look over.
anything, any show.
Yeah, Bob's Burgers just as well. Like,
Yeah. Futurama.
yeah.
You know, I mean, considering, they just dropped, the newest season.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
I'm with you on it, where I do believe that they should just release all of it at once.
yes.
I just don't understand, because, I mean, you're still going to have people, like, I mean, if they like it so much, hell, I'll watch Futurama. I'll watch it all through. I'll watch it all over again.
Yeah.
That's totally okay.
Yeah.
But hell, I saw on Facebook the other day that Stranger Things, the new season that's coming out, is going to do practically just like the last season did. So it's going to be like part one's going to be at this moment in time.
Yeah.
And I think it's about, 2 months later, then they're going to release part two.
Yeah.
I'm like, the suspense.
Yeah. Well,
It's killing me.
I mean, I can understand Stranger Things doing that for this because it's their last season.
Yeah.
And, the Eddie Munson season, it's a great season. That is honestly one of the best seasons they've put out so far.
Honestly, the least favorite of all time was probably season 2, just because season 2, in my opinion, was so bad that I have hardly any memory of. Like, I remember, like, Eleven joined her little, like, I guess, lesbian street mutant gang and was doing the damn thing. But then, other than that, I'm like...
Well, season 2 was very critical to the rest of the show. Because season 2, they introduced Max.
Yeah.
They introduced, the Zoomer of the party.
Was she in?
Yeah. Yeah, because because remember, season 1 ended, they got Will back.
Yeah.
Season 2 starts out, the first episode, they're at the arcade. That's where Will sees the mind flare. And they go to Dig Dug. I want to say it was Dig Dug.
I think you're maybe thinking of season 3?
No, season 3 was the mall.
Oh, okay.
Season 3 was the mall. Season 2 was the introduction of Max and the Power Ranger.
See, that is perfect example why. So, okay. So season 3 is with Billy and all that, right?
So season 2 and 3 have Billy.
Yeah.
Season 3 is the season where Billy is the bad guy.
Yeah.
100%.
So, okay.
Yeah, because season 3 is in the mall. It's 4th of July.
Okay. Yeah. You're right.
Yep. Because that was the season where Hopper got transported back to Russia, and that's where it ended. Yeah.
Right on. Yeah, a wonderful show, by the way. Duffer Brothers, is that their names?
The Duffer Brothers, and
yeah.
most of it's based on aspects of their life.
Oh, another interesting movie I saw that's coming out is Peter Dinklage from Game of Thrones, of course, and other things. He was the boss in Elf.
Yeah.
That Will Ferrell got into it with, and like amongst like many like other wonderful roles. But he is gonna become the new updated version of the Toxic Avenger.
Really?
Yes. So that should be pretty interesting.
Oh yeah, most definitely. That'll definitely be something that everyone's gonna have to check out.
Because I mean, that's just something that's always been like kind of a pure heart. The shitty horror movies, like the B-rated the best. Like those, like ones you just kind of see at the like it's late night, like 2:00 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Revenge of the like killers, whatever you know, something.
Well, that's like my favorite horror movie to this day. Hands down, nothing will beat it. It took 7 years for me to watch it in the dark. It's literally called Darkness Falls.
Yes, that's a wonderful movie.
It's a B-rate movie.
Terrifying, yeah.
It is absolutely hands down the scariest movie I will ever see.
Honestly, one of the probably scariest was, well, I got one that like scared the shit out of me just out of the, like this like pretty much like the premise of the movie and everything.
Yeah.
And that was 13 Ghosts.
Oh, dude, great movie. Matthew Lillard.
I saw that in theaters. So could you imagine being a kid like coming home and then laying in bed thinking about all these like, oh my god damn it, they're fucking cracking or the Raven's gonna be in my closet and I don't have these special goggles to put on.
Yeah.
And then the funny one that I'm scared of, well, I'm kind of like developing over my fears. Shout out to, you know, like my mom, like, because she always made fun of me about this. You could actually ask her about it. So,
I'm going to now.
So, yeah, just ask her about Congo. So, the movie Congo.
Great movie.
And if you guys don't know, the movie Congo is just like, it starts out like this, like, wonderful, like, oh, these people are gonna, like, go through this wonderful jungle and, like, visit, like, all these, like, majestic apes, and they have, like, one that has a little walkie-talkie, and, like, oh, my name is Katie, I like bananas, and all that. Well, shit goes south.
Yep.
Goes really, really south.
Real quick.
Really fucking weird, too. Like, all of a sudden, they're, like, possessed gorillas, and they shoot them with, like, the same, I'm pretty sure it's the same thing that the fucking Ghostbusters do.
It's
Like,
I think
it's
so.
like little plasma rays and just pretty damn wild. Well, whenever I was younger, my mom started watching it, and then she's like, I don't know, it's gonna be pretty scary. And I was like, oh, I'll be okay. Dude, I like hid behind the fucking couch like the rest of the movie. And honestly, for the longest time, I was afraid of gorillas. I was terrified of them. Like,
R.I.P. my nigga Harambe.
yeah, that for real though. Like, tits out for Harambe.
I swear to God.
He's the realest. Fuck that kid.
I swear to God, man. Right back around to fucking those kids, man. Not literally.
Yeah.
I can
was
watch
like,
kids fall down all day.
yeah, speaking about that. Actually, speaking about that, the lead singer or ex-lead singer of Lost Prophets.
Yeah.
Got locked up a while ago.
For fucking kids.
He actually performed a sexual act on his own child while his girlfriend recorded.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that happened.
Excuse you?
Invading privacy, Daphne.
Over here, she's like, God damn it, it's my turn to be on the podcast. Cody, get off the seat.
Yeah, well,
Get off the hot seat.
She's definitely banned from this episode with all that.
Rude. Can I help you?
Anyways, but yeah. So he actually has been locked up in a Russian, like I think like a Russian prison because he was like out like towards that area.
No shit.
And hell, he's been locked up since it's got to be 2016, 2017.
I didn't know that.
And the other day he got shanked really, really bad. And he got shanked, and he like is on like life support practically, which is like completely funny. And fuck that guy, anyways.
I mean, he 100% deserves it.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, first off, fucking kids is wrong.
You get your own.
That's just terrible. But then you're gonna fuck your own child? Like, dude, what?
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. There's some fucked up shit on the internet. First off, okay. And if you're ever on Reddit, you will see a lot of fucked up shit.
Yeah, I mean, just people are weird in general.
Excuse you, ma'am. Rude. Okay, close it and then pull up on the door with the door handle. Just pull up.
Hold on. 1 second.
One moment, please. Just pull up, Cody. Just pull up. Go feel it latch. Don't pull out. Pull up. Pull up.
Firmly grasp it.
The lid. The lid? The lid. The lid. The lid. The lid. The lid. Yes? No? Maybe?
I think I got it.
Okay. We'll find out.
Man.
Just.
You know, It's just like at times like that, you're like, was Michael Vick really a bad guy? But
it really makes you wonder. I mean, Daphne honestly does not deserve to be in those kind of situations. She's a great dog.
No, definitely. No, she's the shit.
Daphne's my
definitely
boxer.
made me mad. Made me mad last night, but
Dude, she makes me mad plenty of times.
Oh yeah, dude. One time I walked in. It was the worst thing ever. I walked in, and as soon as I walked in, I feel my flip flop or my slide at the time go softly down onto the ground. I don't know if you ever felt that feeling in your life whenever you go to like step on something solid and it stops and squishes down first. Not a good feeling.
No.
So,
I always think it's poop.
That's what I stepped in. Because Miss Press didn't want to go outside while it was raining. So she pooped in the house.
Of course. Oh, so this one, she was still a puppy, because she really doesn't do that anymore.
No, this is
was I still with Noel?
Maybe. Yes, you were.
Okay, so it was 2020,
Yeah. So, she was just being a bitch that day, to be completely honest.
Well, Noelle was always a bitch.
Yeah, that's true.
I hope she listens to this, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, anyways, back to talking about dogs.
All right, Noelle, come on.
So, yeah, that night, I stepped in that, and then I was, like, so pissed. I was like, God damn it, Daphne. Like, go lay down. Because she was all excited to see me. I was like, oh, yeah, I could tell. And then, so, I go step, like, towards, because this is all, like, the kitchen light was off, so I was, like, just in the darkness.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so I, like, leave my flip-flop behind right there, and then I go to step off, like, the other slide, and then I step in something wetness, and my sock gets wet, and I was like, I've never had rage fill me inside so quickly, because I was like, there's no way that I just stepped in your shit and your piss from 2 feet apart.
With the barefoot piss at that.
It was even worse than that. I was wearing socks and slides.
God.
So that I hit that shit and it was like a ShamWow and just you just sucked it right up.
Yeah.
And I was just, and poor Jackie, she's just standing behind me. She was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "No, I'm not."
Physically or mentally?
I'm like levitating 1 foot in the air. One slides in dog shit smeared across the floor. My fucking other sock is soaked pissed. Or piss soaked.
Piss soaked.
Fucking dyslexia sometimes, I swear.
I can't read.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you think about it, we're all kind of a little autistic.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. Yeah. Now, if you're in our age group, I'm 28. Cody's 40.
40? Shit, that's my knees.
Nah, Cody, you're what, 32, ain't you?
32.
Yeah. If you're in our age group, you understand 100%, like, the way we were raised, first off, the shows we were allowed to watch growing up. Okay, and I'm going to tell you guys right now, Cody and I had to table this conversation outside right before we started. Cody loves the Muppets. He loves the Muppets.
Waka.
I've honestly never been a big fan of the Muppets. I like a lot of their movies. Don't really care for the show. Sesame Street was always my shit, though.
So, I gotta ask one question, though. So, Muppet Treasure Island. Yay or nay?
Oh, yay.
I was like, dude, it has Tim Curry in it.
Yeah.
I was like, that is one of God.
Anything with Tim Curry's an A-rated movie.
Honestly, like I said, Muppet Christmas Carol is like one of the best. It is fucking Michael Caine. That's Alfred from Batman.
Yeah.
Playing Ebenezer Scrooge.
Look, okay, the whole reason we got onto this little Muppet thing outside is I was telling Cody about Apple Plus with the movies. Because he forgot he even had it. And he asked me about the Spirited movie. If you don't know it, it's Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell. They make their own version of A Christmas Carol. great movie. If you haven't seen it, please find a way to watch it. If you don't have Apple Music, if you don't have Apple TV, it's a great movie. And like Cody just mentioned, the Muppet Christmas Carol movie. I'm sorry, I gotta say Spirited's better.
I mean, I could see that. I mean, got Ryan Reynolds, so
with Daddy Reynolds.
Yeah, I mean that just tops it.
Yes, anything with Ryan Reynolds. I mean, I'll say the Green Lantern was not that great of a movie.
No, it isn't.
But he redid himself with Deadpool.
He did.
He earned it.
And the fact that Wolverine's going to be in the
third one,
the yellow and black, like
the original,
school.
Yes. Whenever they release it, do this fucking writer's strike.
Man, that was always one of my favorites. Like the X-Men arcade game.
Yes.
Wolverine, you hit him with that berserker burst, and
oh yeah,
like good to go, honestly.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. I actually, I don't know if you've ever seen it, the Logan movie.
Yes.
That for being like an off-brand Wolverine movie, it's great.
Yeah, honestly, it really is. Like, I mean, it tells like a lot of backstory too. I think, honestly, that is probably the most violent movie that they had. I want to say.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
Logan was oddly really violent up until, of course, Deadpool.
Yeah.
Because I mean, they're technically the same universe, like all the Marvel movies are. It's still a Stan Lee film.
Yeah, I'm really glad that they got that R rating and got to go through with it.
Yes.
Because I don't know, there's so many movies that could come out that with an R rating could just be phenomenal. Hell, even a R-rated Batman movie.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I know they wanted to try to do that with Robert Crystal or Sparkly Skin Patterson.
Oh.
I almost said Crystal.
Edward?
Yeah,
Edward. Team Edward or Team Jacob.
Yeah, and then there's Jasper.
Hey, Jasper was a badass. I don't know if you ever watched the movies or read the books. But look, okay, I'll admit I read it and I watched all the movies. I read all the books. Jasper had the best backstory.
I'm going to be completely honest. I saw one movie and it was the second part of the very last movie.
Okay.
And then that was all I watched, and I was like,
Breaking Dawn Part 2.
I was like, oh wow, big ass battle. And then that one chick's like, it was all a dream.
It was
unless you don't leave now. And literally those other people are like, shit, alright, say less, and then turn around, and then the movie ends. So I was like, this is terrible.
Yeah.
And I just completely walked out.
Yeah.
We just walked out.
Yeah, no, I mean 100%. Like they could have ended it better.
Yeah, definitely. Speaking about ending, we got another Bush Light Peach to end. Sounds like it.
Yeah, I mean, we can always put more in the fridge.
That is true. And we got about 3 minutes left on that.
About a minute and a half. We're about to take a break, guys.
Yeah, definitely.
It's been a quick 30 minutes.
Yeah, honestly, it's been a great a lot of discussions that happened in this last 30 minutes.
And there's gonna be more to come in the next.
Yeah, more to come.
like guys, this was just the intro to everything, and this is what we do on a day-to-day basis. Anyways, we do really just talk about random shit going on. But this next 30 minutes, y'all are about to be in for some stories.
Yeah.
I know Cody's got some good ones locked up.
Definitely.
I found a good one just to bring up to y'all. Because, I mean, the name of this podcast is Trailer Trash Adjacent. Where we are two white guys, all right? And there are things that, people have said to us that are like, wow, you really are just fucking trailer trash.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we're going to take a quick break, guys, and we'll be right back. And we're back. I'm Zach. That's Cody.
Hey, I'm Cody. And we're back at it again with the bullshit.
You ain't fucking wrong with that. Now, before that break, which, to you guys is going to be very, very quick, it's just going to be very, very quick, because I hit edit before I said anything, record before I said anything, so it's going to be a quick little, 2-second break for them.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, they're going to get like a quick 2-second break. We were gone for like 20 minutes, to be honest with you guys. Yeah, we're back. Cody, do you have a story for the listeners?
I actually do.
What you got?
This involves a time where we had to go save our good old friend Pork Chop.
Oh, God, yes. Are you talking about the time where he got pulled over and called the tattoo shop?
Yes.
Yeah, oh, God, yes. This is such a great story.
So, my buddy Pork Chop gets into a little fiasco that he has to get dug out. So, he ends up calling the local tattoo shop that me and Zach happen to hang out in. And, he calls up there and he asks, he's like, hey, is anybody up there that could like drive me, like come like drive my truck back because the cops got me pulled over. I can't.
Mind you, hold on, let me make sure we have this in there. He asked if anybody can drive a stick because his truck was a 5-speed.
Yes,
it was a 5-speed Ford F-150.
Yes,
okay.
And at the time, Zach was the only candidate.
I was the only one available and free to do it.
Yes. So, me being the passenger, being like, oh, well, I guess I'm just going to drive your car back.
Hold on. Do you want to explain to them what my car was, or do you want me to explain it?
Let me explain how this car actually was. This car, honestly, shouldn't have been registered as a car. It should be registered as a small private plane. Because it sounded about just like, for the longest time he would drive down the street and there was like a little short man that would run out and be like, the plane, the plane, the plane.
I mean, you're not wrong.
And, like, you could always tell when he was coming through this because honestly, you would have like nightmares if you were a 9/11 victim. Because honestly, this would just like wreck you. Anyways.
Okay, let me put some perspective into what this car was. I paid $700 for it. Was told it only had 111,000 miles on it.
Wasn't told that the brakes didn't work.
They kind of worked.
If you push hard enough.
Yeah, they
and just start praying.
they kind. Okay, look, going down the hill, going to pick that chick up in Hendersonville doesn't count. That was a steep hill. I didn't know how steep it was because it was dark out.
That is true.
Yeah, I had bought a 1987 Honda Civic sedan. The trunk didn't latch. It had a terrible exhaust leak somewhere. A brake leak somewhere.
Seatbelts worked.
Yeah.
The seatbelts did work.
The seatbelts did work, yeah.
It was kind of like...
There was no airbags.
Yeah, well, we die like men, I guess.
Yes. But, brakes did work. The brakes did work. If I had brake fluid in it. If there was brake fluid in the system, they worked. They worked then.
That is true.
Yeah. And it did have a coolant leak I think that's the only thing I really fixed on the car was the coolant leak.
But no, well, it wasn't fixed that day that we went and rescued Chop.
No, and how ironic. Remember what time of the year it was?
It was time of the fair.
Yes.
I myself am trying to make it back to Jimmy's in this damn car
with no license.
With no license at the time, and
I don't think I had insurance.
I mean, the real question is like, when do you ever have insurance?
I have insurance now. I have to.
Okay, well there you go.
I leased that car. I have to have insurance.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. But at the time, I didn't have a license, and I mean, I even asked the police officer at the time. I was like, and he's like, I don't care. Just get this car out of here.
Yeah.
I was like, fair enough. And driving that while in fair traffic and watching it overheat every 5 seconds and having to shut off the car, that was the real struggle. Having to pull over on the side of the road was the real struggle.
Yeah.
Like, it was... the thing was the ticking time bomb, to completely
Look,
honest.
I'm going to tell you right now, Chop's truck was no better.
Honestly, the condition of both of them, that they didn't explode 5 minutes down the road.
Yeah.
Between his truck and your car is honestly a miracle. I don't know. Like,
let's not forget, I showed up in a tank top with a certain tattoo showing, and it was a state trooper.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, at the time, he might have liked it. He might have liked it.
I don't know. With the way that look, you didn't talk to the state trooper like I had to talk to him. He was really kind of not the nicest person. So he probably would have saw the tattoo and been like, "All right, man, son, go ahead and turn around, put your hands behind your back."
Ladies and gentlemen, the tattoo that he has discussed is actually kind of famous if you think about it. I mean, you had
God
at
knows
least
how many.
2-3 autographs on it. You have Steve-O.
I have Steve-O and I have Franz.
Franz Frontillo.
Those
so
I know
two.
for a fact, at least.
And those both happened like recently over the years. With the Franz from Attila happened, of course, at Warped Tour.
And Steve-O was being the most recent when he was at Zany's.
Honestly, that was like probably the most like blessing of us, because one, it's Steve-O.
Oh yeah.
And second, the fact that he saw it from the crowd, or from the stage, it was like, wow, nice unit, buddy. Like,
if only he saw the real one, he wouldn't have said that.
no, yeah, it was like first and last time he ever heard that in his life.
You ain't wrong. You're not wrong, not one bit.
How about David Tell at Zany's? That was a great show.
They when they just pulled out random music equipment.
Oh, yeah. That's just David Tell's just like skit. He just
I had never heard him before that day.
He is really good. He is like he's been part of a lot of like roast. He's been
I know
his
that.
main thing was Somniac on Comedy Central.
Okay.
And he was honestly like that first comedian that just kind of went down and dirty, just did whatever the hell he wanted, like said what he wanted, but it was funny. It was like a very, I would say he was kind of like a more like dirtier Bert Kreischer.
Okay.
Like from the beginning. Honestly, those two together would be
phenomenal. They'd be killer.
Phenomenal. There's like a bunch of comedians actually coming to Nashville. I'm gonna go see Anthony Jeselnik.
Okay.
Coming up in September. Really excited about that. He's always been very, very dry humor, but he's also like been like pretty. I mean, he's got some pretty offensive stuff, and like, but it's just if you got the sense of humor for it, like that's good stuff. Honestly.
Right.
And I know that there's just multiple like comedians that are like coming here like that. I think it's like pretty awesome that I know the lady's favorite Matt Rife, your absolute favorite.
Look, I will stand by this to the day I die. Him doing his own stand-up is not that great. I don't care what anybody says. He's not that great by himself. When he was with Wild 'N Out, he was great because he had other people to work off of that took the jokes right. Now he just works off the crowd.
Whenever I see him on Wild 'N Out, he always just kind of reminds me of the kid off of Shameless.
Which one?
Shit. Yeah, because there's like a ton of them.
Is it one of the main characters?
Yes, the one that joined the military and then became the cop.
Oh, oh God, what was his name? Because there was
He went
Lip, Ian, Carl.
Carl, yeah.
Carl.
He reminds me a lot of Carl on that, like on Wild 'N Out, like that.
Yeah.
Like, but I don't know. Carl's like honestly way cooler.
He is Carl. He's Carl when Carl gets out of jail. Cause Carl wanted to be black.
Yeah.
Braided his hair.
That is true.
Sold guns and drugs, and then again, it's based in Chicago. So it's that's just the normal thing up there, I guess.
Just feed the. You gotta feed the pan there.
Get
the soup money.
Yep. All right, so I got a story for you. I stole it off the internet. I'll 100% admit it. You'll love it actually, because it is totally something we would do and you would want to do.
But the question is, are we gonna do it?
I mean, we could.
Okay.
I mean, we can figure out how to make it off the internet. Let me tell you a story. I'm assuming it
Alright.
comes from Reddit originally. Because the username is Furwork11.
Furwork.
Furwork. FERWERK 11.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say FUR. I was like, dude, if it's gotta evolve with the like furries, I'm not in it, man. Like, no disrespect to that community.
No.
No, actually, absolute disrespect to that community.
You know,
like,
so before I
that's
get
just
into this,
weird.
I have a friend that's a furry. And I don't know what all she does, but I know she makes her own
Doggy
costumes.
style.
Yes. But, like, I know she makes her own costumes. And I know she makes them and sells them to people, too. And I've seen pictures that she's posted of these costumes, and they're very nicely made.
Have you seen the Japanese man that turned himself into a border collie?
Yes. That's just weird.
That's just...
What about China's bear?
Yeah, that's just weird.
That's just a man in a costume. Do you think?
I know. Well, I don't know. I've seen also, like, videos of, like, that same bear, like, kind of... And, like, the way that it stands...
That's what makes people think it's a human in a costume.
Well, it can stand like that, but...
Well, all bears can
like,
stand on their hind legs.
The wrinkle in, like, the back of the legs, it looks like, honestly, fur.
Yeah.
It's not like, you know, Winnie the Pooh at fucking Disney World. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you could actually tell that's fur. I don't know. I think what they should do is, like, if they think it's a man, then they should, like, run in there and tackle it.
Yeah, and see if it attacks them and kills them.
Yeah, and, I mean, you know...
And speaking
Problem solved.
of killing people and things, this story ironically involves something that could kill you.
And this is what we want to do?
Oh, you would be down.
Oh, wow, okay, yeah. I guess so.
Yeah, so let me read you this story.
Alright,
So,
let's hear it.
my cousin greeted me with his creation of the day. A 6-foot... God damn it, go back. A 6-foot hairspray powered potato cannon.
Oh.
Our only job that day was to prepare for the fireworks later that day. So here we are, 2 kids and 1 grown adult. Driving a truck loaded to the brim with firewood, torches, kerosene, fireworks, and 1 dumb kid in the bed of the truck armed with a potato gun. A Costco-sized bag of potatoes and a can of hairspray. We are about halfway down the beach. It's dark out now. And we see a flash of light followed by a whoosh and the maniacal laughter of my cousin. He was sitting in the bed of the truck. Don't forget that it's full of flammable/explosive materials, firing potatoes. We somehow made it to the beach and end up having a much too large bonfire and firing off highly illegal fireworks. I mean, I know you're down for the fireworks.
Yeah,
and the potato
that sounds about right. Were you also, like, auditioning for Reading Rainbow? Because you're an excellent storyteller.
I thank you.
I was like, do you volunteer at the library there, sir?
I've never, I've been told I should, but my problem is I get sidetracked on reading.
Yeah.
And I forget where I'm at. Yeah, as you noticed a few times reading that.
The butterfly flies across the window, and you're like...
What window? Where's this butterfly?
Just in the library. You know, butterfly in the sky. I can reach mighty high in a book.
Oh.
And, you know, reading rainbow.
Reading
actually,
rainbow.
So, funny story about fireworks. This involves a Saturn. Ironically, we were talking about Saturn cars earlier.
Talking about Saturn rocket.
And definitely not the red rocket. But
I have a story about the Saturn rocket as well.
Oh, I was so glad that you said Saturn rocket instead you have a story about the red rocket. I was like,
that's just the South Park story.
I was like, we just got to get Daphne on that one then. But so it involved Mark, and he used to have this. It was like I want to say like a 97, 98 Saturn, and we were...
Was this before or after Texas?
After.
Okay.
And so he had one, and it was like around my birthday one year. We had a bunch of bottle rockets and a bunch of alcohol like stuffed in the truck of this, and it was like Saturn, and we're going down the road like to wherever we were gonna go party. And all I'm thinking the whole time is like, you know what? If we get rear-ended, this is gonna be fucking terrible. We got fireworks, liquor, and a Saturn. Like, that thing would have just engulfed into this big ball of plastic.
Yeah.
That's all it was. But that was, like, honestly the scariest drive ever. Like, anytime somebody got behind us, I was like, can we get over? Like, I was not ready for
I'm
it.
going to use this little bag here.
Hey, you know, sometimes you gotta puke. Sometimes you gotta puke.
Sometimes you don't tell the driver that you're going to puke and just... Bleh! Sorry.
Hey, look, I at least apologize.
Yeah, and then I had to bathe you after you puked all over yourself and fell in the tub.
I mean, to be honest, that's what best friends are for.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. But no, so ironically, I have a fireworks story.
Oh.
And it has to do with Saturn rockets. So you know Luke. And have you ever been to the farm?
Yes, one time.
Okay.
It was around Halloween. We watched Ghostbusters,
Okay.
and then everybody told me how the whole house was haunted, and
Yeah.
I saw something upstairs, and it really freaked me out.
Yeah. So what you saw was the original owner of the property.
Yeah.
Yeah, old man. That's what he was.
Mhm.
But so it was 4th of July. Me and Luke were at the farm for 4th of July. His dad made a Boston Bud. We were swimming, doing all the things, of course. You know, it's dark out, so we start shooting off fireworks. And, you know, halfway through, like, us already, like, being underage drinking, his dad's like, hey, run up the street, go get more fireworks. Like, he's like, we're not going to have enough. Just go get more. You know, here's like a couple hundred, here's like $200-300. 4th of July, that's a lot of fireworks, if depending on what they got left.
Mhm.
So we go there, we come back. You
Was
know,
it the little tent over there by the one little market right there on the corner?
Yep.
That's what I thought so.
Yep, it was that one right there by Kyle Daniels' house.
Mm-hmm.
But so we go up there, we get the fireworks, we come back. You know, we're starting to shoot them off, and his dogs are there. And his dad was like, "Hey, keep whatever you gotta do, keep the dogs in the house. I don't care." Well, someone or somehow the one dog I think they had left at the time got out, and we had just started setting off the Saturn rocket, and she just runs straight at the Saturn rocket while it's going off.
Jesus.
And attacks it.
Oh, wow.
She starts trying to eat the Saturn rocket. Everyone's freaking out, trying to pull her off of the Saturn rocket and get to where it either still shoots straight into the ground or away from everybody. I mean, you gotta think that's a Saturn rocket. That's a teeny tiny missile.
Uh-huh.
Now that comes at you, that's gonna hurt for sure. I mean, nobody got hit with a firework, luckily, and all the dog ended up with was a little, I think, maybe 1st-degree burn on her lips. Definitely singed the hair off her lips.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just skin.
There's dogs, obviously, that will run and hide at the sight of, like, a firework or a sound of a firework, more or less.
Yeah, 100%.
But then there's some that will just go on and do the damn thing.
Mm-hmm. And she was definitely one of the ones that just go out and do the damn thing.
Definitely had non-flashbacks. Like, she was just ready for it.
I gotta save Bubba! Yeah, spit it out, it's mine.
Nope, I'm keeping it.
It's a good little whore.
Oh, man.
Weren't expecting that, were ya?
No, speaking of horse, yeah, so finally got some good help at the bar. Like, 2 guys, shout out to them tonight. They were really awesome dudes.
Fuck yeah.
I finally got some help back there. You know,
It's just not you and Bree anymore.
no, yeah, and I mean we still got Bam, but he's only on Monday and Thursdays. And actually, your mom came back there tonight. She's just like, she was so fucking freaked out. She's like, "What the fuck? Like, I can't expect." Like, she's like, "There's so many people in the kitchen. I don't even know what to do."
That's what she told me when she got in the truck when I picked her up. She's like, I walked back in the kitchen. She was like, "Oh my God, there's 4 people back here.
Yeah.
What do I do? There's 4 people back here."
Yeah, it was pretty awesome though, man. Like, we all worked together pretty well, and gonna give me a little bit of time off, and then once I could get these guys, I mean, they're already like pretty well off. They were working at the Zaxby's
Okay.
over there on 109, the new one.
Okay, so not Paul.
No,
Not
no,
Paul's.
no. Ironically, I asked Paul. I was like, hey, do you know these guys? Because I wanted to like kind of like get some deeds. So I was
Yeah.
like,
Get the
he was
411.
just like, yeah, it's like, oh man, watch this guy. He's kind of an asshole, but like he didn't know any of them. And honestly, like these guys, like they did great tonight. They did.
Fuck yeah.
Just like they were just on it, man. Like they were like, hey, anything I could do? I'm like, dude, this is awesome.
I got a dick that needs sucking.
Oh. Yeah, but we got that, out of the way first during.
Oh, of course, yeah. You got to go see Christopher Walken.
7. I got a fever. It's a cowbell. And it won't be subdued without some more cowbell.
Hey. You're talking to my guy all wrong.
Oh,
Do
Joe
it
Dirt.
again, and I'll stab you in the face with a soldering iron.
Oh yeah, Joe Dirt, man. That's a
Quality.
classic.
The second one sucked.
I never even, I admit it, like I never even like bothered to watch it.
Not worth it.
Doesn't it have like Machine Gun Kelly in it? Like,
No.
I don't know.
I don't know who's in the second one. Let's put it that way.
A lot of second movies, like honestly, Anchorman 2, terrible.
I liked it.
I like the park battle. That was about it.
Yeah.
Especially they had Kanye West
Yeah.
for MTV News, and I mean they had Liam Neeson. For BBC, just all kinds of crazy stuff. Jim Carrey was part of Canada, like Channel 5 Canada or whatever, and like that was a great part. Rest of it, not too crazy about it. Never saw Zoolander 2 either.
I think I watched Zoolander 2 and it wasn't bad. Be completely 100% honest for sure.
Another one, honestly, I didn't bother with. No, actually, I watched a little bit of it, and I was like, just kind of, it was just a little too much. Was the Dumb and Dumber?
Yeah.
Like it was
The
just kind
new one.
of with Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels. I'm like, man, like you guys are just trying too hard at this point.
Yeah, I mean, because you gotta remember they had Dumb and Dumber, Dumb and Two Dumber.
Yeah, and
then the newest one.
Yeah.
Where obviously it's like 30 years
honestly,
later.
I don't mind the one with like Dumb and Dumber
Yeah.
or whatever it's called, because it's got the guy from Fired Up, and he was also, is he in Criminal Minds?
I think so. I have to go back.
The blonde guy. He played Lloyd. And but yeah, it's honestly like one of those like cult classic movies. Oh, speaking about cult classic, Scott Pilgrim is actually getting a anime version, like a full like
no shit
100% anime version. Gonna have.
I heard. I've already heard about that.
It's gonna have all Michael Cera.
Yeah.
Sarah Elizabeth Winston, I believe her name. That was Ramona Flowers.
I think so.
Kieran Culkin, Macaulay Culkin's brother.
Yep.
That was the roommate.
Yep.
Aubrey Plaza, just Chris Evans, even like it's honestly gonna be a good watch.
Yeah, no. I saw a video on TikTok, maybe earlier this year or even last year, and this chick had gotten this box set, and it was like a whole like display thing that you set up, and it was like one of the Battle of the Band scenes from like in the comic book style, obviously, and records.
Oh, that's
with
pretty dope.
The soundtrack from the movies.
Okay.
Or from the movie. I mean, like, it kind of like the way everything was designed. It kind of hinted at there was going to be a show.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Because I mean, it always had a pretty awesome video game, and it was a manga for a while, too. I don't know exactly when the manga came out.
I don't either.
I think obviously it came out probably before the movie, of course. But movie is like hands down like one of my favorite movies of all time.
Speaking of second movies, the thing I'm waiting for, and they have not announced a release about it, have not announced filming for it yet, is Ready Player One, the second film.
Oh man, definitely.
Because it
Definitely
was
ready for that.
Christmas 2020. Christmas 2020, because I was with Noelle still.
Yeah.
Because I broke up with her the year after.
Yeah. He said, "Fuck you, D's present, and fuck you, Christmas."
Swear to God. But well, I broke up with her on Black Friday. It was perfect. But
it was a dark day for sure.
It was a great day. I broke up with her.
He said, "Attention shoppers, it's 100% off of my relationship."
Yep. But her and I were in the mall out in Murfreesboro, like the little one that's like I think it's the Avenue.
And then he said, "What's a pretzel?" And he said, "You know what? It's over."
This was the Christmas before, Cody. But we walked in. I think they had Books A Million out there. See the
in Murfreesboro?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like off to the side.
Yep. Yeah, it's over there by the restaurant and all that.
Yeah, I think it's a TGI Fridays.
I think so. It's something weird, and it's over there by the electronics store.
Yeah.
Well, we walked.
It's kind of a different mall.
Yeah. Well, we walked in there thinking we could walk through the Books A Million into the mall because I know you could at one point. We had to walk out and go into the electronics store. But we walked in and I see like on display Ready Player 2, the book. So I'm like, okay, so when are we getting the movie?
Yeah.
I mean, granted, it's been 3 years since the book's been released.
Yeah.
Are they gonna pick it up for a movie? Who knows?
We'll have to contact Mr. Spielberg himself.
I swear, because I'm gonna tell you right now, Ready Player 1 was a great movie.
Oh, it was a wonderful movie. That was one of the, like, on Mondays whenever we're usually pretty dead at the bar.
Yeah.
That's like our movie night kind of deal. And we put on Ready Player one time, and the whole bar sat there and like it's just the fact of the in-depthness of that movie is
you got to think it's based in 2030 something or 2040 something, but everything in that movie is based on arcade games and everything up since arcade games from the 80s.
I think that was asked like a question the other day, like on trivia, like what year it was, and I was kicking my own ass because I was like, man, I just literally watched this movie.
I want to say it's like 2030.
Yeah, I want to say it's.
I want to say it's about 10 years from now.
Well, we better get on it with the Oculus.
They already are.
I figured they did.
So there's obviously everyone knows Oculus. Everyone knows the PlayStation Vita. So there's all these other already VR systems out there. There is a system called Catwalk VR, and it's like a big walk. Think of it as a big walk that's made of plastic, but you have to wear a special shoe with it right now. And the shoes they look like bowling shoes, and they are 10 times more uncomfortable than a bowling shoe. But you strap in. You can spin all the way around, but it's not a treadmill you're walking on. You're just walking on plastic, and you have to lean forward to give the simulation of that you're walking. So there's that, and then I saw a video on TikTok earlier of a dude playing football in VR. It was dope. I ain't gonna lie, but he had a mat set up on his floor, and I guess like the mat helped track what he was doing.
So the real question is, how authentic is the injury going to be? Because, if that's the case, I could stand outside and, like, whap somebody's kneecap with a baseball bat. And be like, oh, tore your ACL, out for the season. If they want their, like, real experience of the NFL.
I think because I know, like, if you go on, like, an Xbox or anything, and, you play Madden, you play as, the quarterback, then the receiver,
yeah,
then the DN.
I did see that they're, like, doing that. But still, I think that somebody when they're playing VR, especially if you like sitting there like doing it drunk or fucked up. But just could you imagine playing VR and one of your friends just tackles the shit out of you like on the side, just like completely like sweeps your legs out.
Oh God, I might end up fighting somebody. But no, but from like what I saw in that VR, like you're 100% just a quarterback.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be too much work for the game to recognize, like, hey, I just threw the ball. Now I have to turn around and act like I'm catching it, and now I'm tucking it and running.
Sounds like a lot of work, honestly.
It is.
I would hate to play as Tom Brady because honestly, yeah, I could throw, but if I'm like running in the VR, it's like, no, this is how Tom Brady ran. I'm gonna be like, no, no, this is not fair. He's just a very slow runner. Yeah, he can throw it about 50, 60 yards.
Yeah.
But he can't run
Nah,
2 feet.
Yeah, you gotta run like old Roethlisberger.
Oh, where you run into the bathroom and tackle a female and
Yeah.
have your way with her?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how Roethlisberger ran.
Yeah, exactly. You get the point.
You know how them damn Steelers fans be. Honestly.
Who dat?
No, that's the Saints.
The Steelers did the same thing at one point.
Yeah,
like,
because they
who
want to be the
or
Saints.
who dat?
Because they want to be the Saints. They want to be. But in the end, they're both terrible teams. And,
I mean, you gotta think, the colors are really close. You got Steelers in black and yellow, and the Saints are black and gold.
yeah. And then, honestly, I'm really excited that the Patriots are playing the Saints this year. Because I hope we beat the shit out of them because fuck Brian Kelly. That's what he gets for leaving Notre Dame. But honestly,
Is
our
he
coach,
coaching the Saints now?
Yes.
So he left LSU and is coaching in the NFL.
That I believe so. Yeah.
Ain't no shit.
I want to say so.
I'm gonna look
yeah.
it up. Brian Kelly. Not the football player. Coach. If I can spell. Coach. Let's see. No, it says he's still the head coach at LSU.
Okay. Who is the coach?
I don't know. Let's see. No. Saints.
Oh, you know
Dennis
who?
Allen.
Dennis Allen?
Yeah.
Is that who it is? Okay. I wasn't sure. I wanted to say like that. I guess you know what it was? The whole damn him going to LSU. It mixed me up. I mean, at least I got the state right.
He's in
you
the
know,
same state.
like he wasn't no Raging Cajun. He wasn't Louisiana University. I think that's the Raging Cajuns.
I probably think so. He ain't no he's a go Tiger.
Speaking about college football, Notre Dame,
Yep.
Navy, this Saturday, in Ireland.
Yeah.
Should be a very, very good game.
Yep. And we can't forget that, well, I think it's while Mom and I are in Poland in October, that Ohio State has to face the University of Notre Dame.
Yes, they sure do. And hopefully we got our big boys out there. I think, honestly,
I think we can take them this year.
I think we can take them. I honestly think that we can.
Oh, yeah, 100%. We're going to have to give Kelly some shit because, she's going to be like, OU?
Yeah.
Or OH, my bad.
No, but that's why I'm going to wear that shirt proudly. It's going to say, the less intelligent. Because that's how I feel about it on that one.
I didn't know that Alabama fans are from Ohio.
I mean, they're practically the same.
I mean, they're all cousin fuckers.
Yeah, it really is. Honestly. Any crazy news you heard today? Like anything at all? I really didn't hear anything at all other than just James, like from the bar.
Okay, let's put it in perspective. James is our local crippled man.
Yeah, but we
love him.
The man's legs can't work, but his heart does.
Yes,
very, very well. But I learned that man cannot drink one bushwhacker to save his life.
Well, we found that out months ago.
Yeah, and we still keep giving them. I don't know why, but it's just not me. Like, honestly, they get him bought, and he drank him. I mean, he took it like a champ, but I told him, I was just like, hey, look, if you end up over there in the bushes, like, I'm not helping you, man. Like,
come on, man. Come on, Cody.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, before we locked up tonight at work, and, like, I just made sure he was alright. He was out front with his little AirPods in, so he's probably
he bougie now. He got AirPods?
Well, they're like the Dollar Tree version, but,
better than nothing.
I mean, you gotta work with what you got.
Yep.
Honestly, I mean,
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, I mean, whatever he did, like to get those AirPods or whatever, were I think they're called Care Pods in his book.
Care Pods. Well, I think, in all honesty, I think his brother bought him for him. Because I saw his brother pushing him over by the new hibachi place.
Okay.
Like,
which is
like
opening soon, actually.
I saw the sign. They have a new sign that says, coming soon.
Yeah, it's kind of...
Well, it's been coming soon for 3 years, guys.
Yeah, it's a little faint, like, bit of hope. Lebanon will get another all-you-can-eat buffet with sushi and hibachi options.
Look, so long as my to-go box from the buffet is still $11 and they don't weigh my box, I don't care.
I mean, that's honestly the best.
Just pack that thing down, make sure it stays closed just a thumb. Like, all right, thanks, guys.
I don't know if you ever tried. Did you ever try in Gallatin? There's it's a Chinese restaurant and it's literally called China Buffet. Like,
people have told me about it, but I never ate there.
It's over there, right beside Walmart over there. But hell, I mean, I would go in there and they would just not, like, weigh anything at all. Like, I'd come in there, I mean, hell, I'd have spring rolls and egg rolls sticking out the side, and they'd be like, oh, okay, here you go. Like, you have a nice day.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's how the buffet was up here. You literally paid $11. They handed you a to-go box and said, have a field day. Go get whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Austin and I would pack those things full.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you could get tip-top. Honestly, hopefully they could clean up, like, the area around it, like, just a little bit better, like, before they open it up.
Yeah, them homeless people kind of ruined it.
I mean, it's just kind of... Hell, they're, at this point right now, we've been having issues where they just been, like, loading up our trash bin out back, like, that we would put the trash in. We've been having issues with them, like, I mean, it's just random ass stuff. It's like from CC cups to empty bottles of liquor. I mean, it's not like liquor that we have inside the bar.
Mm-hmm.
It's not liquor bottles there. Like, I mean, this is like...
It's like your favorite, LTD.
Ooh. That was not even in there, but...
Not yet.
I mean... I could give them probably a week and they'll fill it up with LTD.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, but it's just obviously something that we're not going to carry in the bar, and we're not.
Probably some like MD 2020 or something cheap.
Yeah, something very, very cheap. The thing that threw it off, there was a open can of Vienna sausage. And I was like, I know that there's not a single person in this bar that works here that will disrespect himself on eating Vienna sausage. Because...
Hey, man, you poor, you ain't got no money? Vienna sausage at the Dollar Tree for $1?
Look,
some ramen?
I'm a ramen guy, but I could eat ramen just fine before I, like, scoop down. I mean, I've been down in the trenches, but I'm not a Vienna guy. Not a Vienna guy. I'm definitely not a Spam guy.
I like Spam.
The most, like, trench meal that I would probably, like, indulge in, honestly, is the corned beef hash out of a can.
I have some.
That, honestly, is fire. Like, yes, granted, it looks like cat food.
Smells like cat food.
Smells like cat food, looks like cat food, but it's pretty fucking delicious.
No, it's great.
Like, you know, like...
my issue is when you make it into corned beef and cabbage, it's like bacon bits of corned beef with the cabbage.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. Speaking about, like, the whole, like, corned beef thing, whenever we're talking about it looking like cat food, it made me think of the Tyrone episode of the Chappelle Show where, like, there was a little crackhead, when he was, like, the little crackhead with, like, the crack around the lips. And he, like, comes in there and he's just like, do you know what dog food tastes like? Do you? Tastes just like what it looks like. Delicious.
Nothing beats. Okay, so it's funny you mentioned that. Nothing beats. I don't know if you've ever seen the story about it on Facebook, but
Story of the girl.
Yeah.
Cried a river and tried to drown the whole world.
Yes. But dude standing in line with a bag of 50-pound bag of dog food. Obviously, he's buying it for his dog. And I think I want to say it was like a little old lady or something asked him, "Is that food any good?" He turns around and looks at her and goes, "Yeah, it keeps my hair pretty healthy and shiny." And she was like, "Wait, you eat that?" And he's like, "Yeah," and opens the bag, reaches in and starts eating it, and she just passes out. I mean, obviously there's like more detail to it, but like, that's what I remember of it.
I want to say that I know what you're talking about. It was like kind of one of those like faint memories, kind of like the TV show Timmy the Tooth.
I know the show because I've seen the like clip art of like the
there was
show.
Like there was Timmy the Tooth, and he was like this little tooth foam like Muppet kind of deal. I don't know if you like fucked with it because I know you didn't fuck with the Muppets, so I don't know if like it was like another thing for you, but
it was honestly probably one of those channels I didn't get because I wasn't poor.
I think he came on Nickelodeon back in the day.
See, I watched Nickelodeon. I don't remember it.
And he had a little dog named Brush, and it was literally a toothbrush with the little curly eyes.
I do remember the show because I remember the dog.
Yes,
I remember the toothbrush.
Yes, I'm like,
yes.
Timmy.
See, I don't remember a lot of the shows like a lot of our friends know, like Dragon Tales.
Oh yeah.
I only remember that because my mom worked at it. Oh God, that's creepy.
Yeah, I mean it's terrifying.
Maybe
now it's Brush.
I remember the dog. I don't remember the tooth. I don't remember Timmy.
There was just all. It was 1995 was the first episode.
So see, I would probably have seen reruns of it.
Yeah. What? Yeah, I think it was. But honestly, dinosaurs on Disney.
Yes.
That was a phenomenal show.
Yes.
Phenomenal. And it was back in the era where they could say damn and hell on Disney and still get away with it.
Was that show actually on Disney?
Disney, yes.
No
Disney
shit.
had the rights to Dinosaur.
I honestly never knew. 'Cause I've watched that show multiple times. Obviously, it's been on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I honestly never knew it was on Disney.
Yeah, Disney owned it. Like it was a lot of crazy stuff back in the day. Like MTV and Nickelodeon actually worked together a lot. That's why Ren and Stimpy was on MTV Punch.
Oh yeah, because it's on Disney now. It was an ABC show. Because it was the network was American Broadcasting Company. Wow, September 6th, 1995 to November 10th was the last season. And repeats are shown on Disney.
Mm-hmm.
So originally it was on ABC.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, original network was ABC. That's why they were able to say damn and whatnot back in the early 90s, because back then the SEC didn't have a lot of control over what was said on. I mean, I guess it would have been considered like late night. It wouldn't have been a primetime show.
Yeah, it was definitely probably considered like a late night.
Yeah,
it was like an Alf kind of deal.
It was something that you watched after the kids went to bed.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that would have been. Well, guys, I think it's time for us to wrap this up. It's been a great first episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lot of covered. And we're gonna have plenty of it coming. And honestly, it's probably just gonna get crazier and crazier along the road.
Oh yeah, we got some great stories to tell y'all. We're definitely gonna work on trying to get some guests in here. I'm gonna talk to Cody Lane.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. He's definitely got the stories.
Oh,
for
dude,
sure.
yeah. Look, our buddy Cody Lane. When that episode comes out, that's gonna be the episode to watch.
Yeah, we might as well go live on that one.
Oh yeah, gosh, I can set the camera. I can set the laptop up to record.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for listening.
We'll see y'all next week.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, brother. I'll see you.